with the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, who has presented to Parliament a list of a total number of employees at the presidency, which sums up to 998. This is an increase in staff of his predecessors. Talking about ex-President Mahama, who had 678, and ex-President Kufuor, who had 692. The breakdown of his 998 staffers are as follows: 9 ministers of state and 27 presidential staffers, 256 other junior appointees, and 706 employees of public civil service staff. What do you make of the staff size at the presidency? All right, so we posted this on Facebook. You've been sharing your thoughts. Let's check what you've been saying on Facebook.
So, Osikani Bra Kwame writes,
it's a shock. This is how politicians eat our taxpayers' money. Ghanaians should bear it in mind that neither the NPP nor the NDC can save us. They are all from the same family with different names. This is ridiculous. Poor Ghana, hashtag OBK. And as K. Safo writes, foolishness thinking. Are they not Ghanaians? What is wrong with that? Okay, Abdul Hakim writes, people don't get it when matters of the presidency comes up. The Jubilee House is a seat of presidency, but not just the presidency. The Osu Castle is still functioning, the State House, the Dwasin Lodge, the Jubilee House itself. There are personnel who manage the affairs of the Independence Square. This takes into account cleaners, carpenters, masons, gardeners, caterers, mechanics, not forgetting the security apparatus for all these places I've mentioned, then to secretaries and so on. The presidency actually has a lot of facilities, including the Jubilee House, and workers of all these facilities are part of the staff of the presidency.
But other people managed it with lesser numbers.
Exactly.
And Parkwisi says, everything about this government is as big as an elephant. 998 is too much. I'll speak against this even though I'm NPP sympathizer. And Kwame Appiah says, well, I don't know the scope of work of the presidency, but taking a cue from the number of ministers, I think the staff size is oversized like Patapa's trousers. And Pierre Akonkwame says, if it's true, then it's really bad. I'm fully NPP, but Ghana first. The truth must be told. Let's unite and build our nation. Hashtag peace. Well, and also mostly in relationships and marriages, men are mostly tagged as the breadwinners of the family, especially in Africa, and therefore usually are expected to earn more than the woman. But what if the opposite happens? I mean, the lady earning more than the woman? Can this imbalance create tension in the relationship?
The relationship can still last because relationship is not solely based on money, and so it's based on love, respect and understanding. So no matter who earns more or who has more money than who, it doesn't really come in. It's an understanding between the two involved,
depending on the kind of work the woman is doing. And also, I don't think a man would like to marry a woman who is not doing a work or who is not earning a monthly salary.
It will depend on the woman. Now in the modern world now, we get to see women more active in the working side. So if she's more focused on the work and all that, then the relationship is doomed to, go down.
Yes, of course, I believe so. I mean, it's all about trust and respect. If I'm earning more and at the end of the day I respect my man, I don't see why the relationship cannot work.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Interesting comments there. Let's check out what's been posting on Facebook.
Well, Samuel Nyaba says it won't last. Women see men as providers, and a situation where she's contributing largely to the family's income will only make her demand for control over the relationship, and this will end up in chaos. And Osikani Bra Kwame says no. It will even end the relationship quickly, because anytime women are on par, they tend to be arrogant, harsh and disobedient. About 80% of women who are richer than their men do this. And Amahoro Adagana Jogapo, is that our own Jogapo? says you should be discussing the, oh please, Be courteous in your
And
comments.
if you've not been following, please don't blame anyone.
Yes.
By Jeremiah says it will depend on how they all carry out their respective roles as husband and wife, but the chances that the relationship will not last is high. Adora Mystical Brahma says yes, if the woman is cultured and the guy looks handsome and soft-spoken. But honestly speaking, 80% it won't work, taking into consideration the current society that we belong to. And the Temitope says yes, and absolutely yes, for men who are understanding, matured, and can manage their ego, it can work. And Jaman says that was then, not this generation. No matter the amount the woman makes a day, if you're not a responsible man, forget it. Those are very interesting comments on Facebook. And finally, we all love food, don't we? And we all have our favorites, right? I love kinky and fish. And I know you love something else. So I want you to tell me, what food, I mean, you can never stop eating, even if you become a millionaire?
My gari and my garlic soak. Yeah, I will never stop eating that. That's my favorite. Yes. Why? If you get your gari, you get your nido, you get your, how do you call it, peanut, Charlie, you're good to go.
Banku and okra.
Why?
It's easy to prepare. Yeah.
So for me personally, I would say rice. Yeah, rice is common and anyone can afford. So, yeah.
On Facebook.
So Frank Kobler says watch it and win it. Oh, okay, that's an interesting one. And Enoch Icy says tramadol syrup. It makes me go crazy.
Is
really?
it food?
Is that a meal? Emmanuel Waxborough says banku with granite soup with salmon and kako included. Yum. And Isaac Osinyako says kukonte with granite soup and runabout. What is runabout?
Which one is the runabout? Okay, is it okra? Okay, okra, I guess.
Okay, she says even if I'm worth $1 trillion, I'll always eat kelewele.
Yeah, you're right, guys. Samuel Alan Nyaba says soaked curry with groundnuts.
Oh, Samuel, you're my man.
It always makes me reflect back on my SHS days. And the boat says gabins. I just love it.
I think it's a red.
Right, and Emmanuel Ukube says banku no close to you. And Albert says
Albert Kisedu's wife does it better.
Oh,
interesting.
That's nice.